15,000 eBay accounts get permanently suspended every single month, most of them dropshippers. 87% of those suspensions come from 5 specific mistakes. Fix these 5, the account stays alive. DropMind analyzes suspension patterns across thousands of eBay sellers. Every account that gets banned, the data feeds a pattern detection model. 5 patterns repeat across nearly every suspension. Here they are. Counting down from 5 to 1, from the easiest mistake to fix at number 5 to the absolute account killer at number 1. Pay attention to number 1. It permanently bans accounts in 24 hours, no appeal possible. Ranked by ban severity, not by frequency. Some you'll commit by accident, others only the careless. All 5 preventable with the right systems. Let's start. Mistake number 5. Listing too many products too fast on a new account. The classic velocity trap. New sellers paste 100 AliExpress products into eBay on day 1. Account flagged within 48 hours. eBay's velocity algorithm watches new accounts closely. Any sudden spike, any pattern that looks bot-like gets flagged for review. 100 listings in week 1 is the most common red flag in the entire system. DropMind data shows the safe ceiling clearly: 10 to 15 listings on day 1, 20 to 30 per day after. Above this, suspension risk jumps to 40%. How to avoid it? Stagger publishing across multiple days. Add randomized delays. Real human pacing patterns. DropMind handles this automatically with smart staggering and anti-bot protections built in. Real numbers. Sellers using safe pacing have 0 velocity-triggered suspensions in their first 90 days. Sellers ignoring this, 40%. The math says everything. Mistake 4. Tracking uploaded late or wrong on customer orders. Operational neglect that murders your defect rate metric. eBay sees it, customers see it, the algorithm punishes both. eBay measures defect rate as a single critical metric. Tracking uploaded after 3 days counts as defect. Wrong tracking number. Tracking that never updates. All defects in the eyes of the algorithm. Above 2% defect rate, eBay flags the account for review. Above 5%, automatic suspension. New accounts get even less margin than mature ones. Even 1 or 2 unsynced trackings can spike a new account above the threshold. How to avoid it? Auto-tracking is mandatory at scale. DropMind AutoBuy pulls the tracking number from AliExpress within 8 seconds and uploads it to eBay automatically. 0 defect rate from tracking issues, ever. Sellers with manual tracking average 3% defect rate. Sellers with automated tracking sync stay at 0.8%. The difference between suspension and survival on a single metric. Mistake 3. Letting dispute rate climb above 2%. The single most common cause of permanent suspension on eBay. Most dropshippers never even notice their rate climbing. When a buyer opens a case, eBay tracks it forever. Resolved cases still count toward the metric. Once dispute rate crosses 2% of last 90 days transactions, automatic review is triggered. DropMind data shows the average dropshipper sits at 3 to 5% dispute rate. That's instantly in the danger zone. 90% of permanent suspensions trace back to this single number: ignored. How to avoid it? Monitor disputes daily, not weekly. Respond within 24 hours, not 3 days. Refund proactively when buyer is unhappy before the dispute formally escalates. DropMind sends real-time alerts. Sellers who respond within 24 hours win 65% more disputes. Sellers who automate dispute monitoring keep their rate below 1%, numbers that save accounts every single day. Mistake 2. Item not as described disputes from cheap AliExpress photos. The dropshipper's classic Achilles heel: eats defect rate without warning. AliExpress sellers use stock photography that flatters. Real product is often duller, smaller, or different color than the listing photo. Buyer feels deceived. Files item not as described case. Defect rate spikes overnight. 70% of dropshipping disputes come from photo or description mismatch. 20% from actual quality issues. Only 10% from wrong items shipped. The cure is at the listing stage, not after the customer is angry. How to avoid it? Generate descriptions from real product photos using AI, not from seller marketing copy. DropMind's AI rewrites descriptions to match what the buyer actually receives. Realistic, accurate, no surprises. Listings with AI-generated descriptions see description mismatch disputes drop from 70% to 12%. Defect rate falls below the suspension threshold. Buyer gets what they expected. Both sides win. Mistake number 1. The big one. The account killer. VeRO violations. VeRO stands for Verified Rights Owner. Brand owners report counterfeit listings. eBay obeys instantly. No investigation, no appeal. The account permanently banned in 24 hours. Other mistakes give warnings, suspension reviews, and chances to appeal. VeRO does not. One report from a verified brand owner is enough. Adidas, Nike, Apple, Disney, hundreds more brands actively scan eBay listings every day. DropMind data shows 27% of new dropshippers hit a VeRO violation in their first 60 days. Fashion category hits 45%, electronics 38%. Almost half of all new fashion dropshippers lose everything before month 2. How to avoid it? Never list anything with a brand name in title or description. Even seemingly generic items like phone cases often trigger VeRO. DropMind's research AI flags brand keywords automatically before import. Items with detected brand language are blocked. DropMind users hit VeRO violations at 1.2%. Manual sourcing without keyword filtering hits 27%. 20 times safer with automation, 20 times less likely to lose everything overnight. Notice the pattern across all 5 mistakes. Velocity is the common thread. Listing velocity, tracking velocity, dispute velocity, description quality velocity, brand exposure velocity. eBay's algorithm watches velocity above all else. The solution principle is simple: slow, controlled scaling, real-time monitoring of defect metrics, automation for repetitive tasks like tracking and dispute response. 3 things every successful eBay seller does, no exceptions. DropMind data across thousands of sellers shows the result. Sellers following all 3 principles experience 0.3% suspension rate. Sellers ignoring them experience 41%. The principles work, the numbers prove it. How can a small dropshipper do all 3 of these consistently while running an actual business? Manual monitoring at scale is impossible. The math says no. DropMind monitors all 4 metrics that eBay's algorithm watches. Smart pacing prevents velocity flags. Auto-tracking keeps defect rate at 0.8%. Dispute alerts trigger response within minutes. Brand keyword filtering blocks VeRO before listing. The result: 41% suspension risk drops to 0.3%, from near certain ban within 90 days to virtually never suspended. Same products, same eBay account, different protection layer. Link in the description. Free tier without payment. Run DropMind on the existing eBay account. See the metrics protection in action before committing. If this video saves an account, subscribe and turn on the bell. One eBay seller breakdown every week. Real data, real numbers, real account protection.